In this video, we are going to understand how to add HubSpot contacts to Google Sheets. So here my objective is every time a new contact is created in HubSpot CRM, then automatically the information of that contact which we have just created should be added in my Google Sheet. How can that be done? For this, we will be integrating these two applications using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger application will be HubSpot CRM and my action application will be Google Sheets. Now to understand how you can do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process, let me take you to my screen. So here you can see this is my HubSpot CRM page where we are here looking at the contacts. These are the contacts that I have recently created. Now here we are going to check the integration between HubSpot CRM and Google Sheets, where every time a contact is created in HubSpot CRM through form submission, then how automatically the same details are added to my Google Sheet. Now to understand how we can do this, let's start. Now to understand how we can do this, first of all you have to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software. You can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And once you are done with that and you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this and automatically a dialog box will appear which will ask you to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that every time a contact is created in HubSpot CRM, then automatically the details of that contact should be shared in my Google Sheets. So I'm going to name it as Add HubSpot Contacts to Google Sheets. Let's click on Create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Now let's understand this with an example. So the moment you swipe your card and the payment is captured, then automatically a notification is received on SMS or WhatsApp. So here your trigger application will be the payment gateway and your action application can be applications that help you in sending these messages. So this was just an example. Now let's come back to our use case. So according to our use case, here our trigger application will be HubSpot. Let's click on this. Then we have the trigger event. So here I'm going to look for new form submission. So I want to create a contact through a form submission that can be there on any particular website. Okay, now here you can see we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting HubSpot CRM and Pabbly Connect. I am going to copy this. Once this is done, here we have the help text. So we have to follow this. So it is saying that first log into your HubSpot account, then you have to navigate to automation, then you have to go to workflows. So here we have to go to automation, go to workflows. Then once we are done with this, click on next for blank workflow. So here we have to create a workflow. Let's click on create workflow from scratch. And here we can see we have the blank workflow. Let's click on next. Now here we will click on setup triggers when an event occurs. So here we have to enroll the trigger. Select the event that will trigger this workflow. And here I'm going to select form. So within form we have form submission. Let's click on this. Now here again we have to select which category do we want. We want form name. Now here we are looking for contact form. This is the particular form that I have created to create contacts. Okay, once this is done, click on apply filter. And here should contacts be re-enrolled in this workflow? So I have selected no. Now I'm going to click on save. Once this is done, click on the plus icon. Now we have to choose the action. So here we are going to click on send a webhook under workflow. What is the method? It is post. Now here we have to enter the webhook URL. So this is the URL. I'm going to copy this once again and paste this over here. Then the authentication type has been selected as none. Request body include all contact properties. I'm going to now click on save. So as we do that, here we can see that the trigger and actions are all set. Let's click on review and publish. Now the workflow as of now is off. First of all, I'm going to rename this, and let's say the name of this workflow is test integration. I'm going to click on save. As we do that, now I'm going to click on turn on. So now the workflow is all on. Let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. Here it is saying that it is waiting for the webhook response, which means that now we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, which means that now we have to fill up the form to create a contact. Taking you back to HubSpot. Here let's go back to workflows. Now here I'm going to take you to marketing. Here we have lead capture. Within this we have got forms. Now these are the forms that I already have created. You can create your own form by clicking on this orange icon and can add the required fields. Now let me show you this basic contact form that I have created. Let's click on view form. So here you can see this is an extremely basic contact form. First name, last name, email and mobile number. This is just to explain you how we can integrate HubSpot and Google Sheets. Okay, now here I'm going to fill up the form. So let's say here the first name is Smart, the last name is user1. This here is the email address and then we have the mobile number. I'm going to click on submit. The form has been submitted. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's see if we have received the response. So here you can see we have received the response. This is the contact form. So now here I'm going to look for the first name. This is the first name. Now I'm going to look for user1. So you can see this here is the email address and then here we have the last name. Also now let's look for the mobile number. So it is 0911. So here you can see we also have the mobile number. Now once we have received this information, I want this information to be added to my Google Sheet. So here I'm going to choose my action application as Google Sheet. Let's click on this. Then we have the action event. So here the action event will be to add new row. Let's click on connect. As we do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with Google Sheets account. I'm going to select add new connection, sign in with Google. So here we have to choose the account with which this particular Google Sheet that we have created is connected. And now Pabbly Connect Sheets wants to access my Google account. Let's click on allow. So as we do that, we can see that the authorization has been successful. And now here we have to fill in this information. First of all, we have to select the spreadsheet. Now let me show you the spreadsheet that I have created. So here it is. This is new HubSpot contacts. This has only one sheet, which is sheet 1. And here we have the following fields: first name, last name, email address and mobile number. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and here I'm going to look for new HubSpot contacts. Now since there was only one sheet, so you can see that the system has already selected the sheet. Now here we have to fill in this information. First of all, the first name. As I click on this, you can see the previous step and this here is the response. Here I'm going to look for Smart. So this here is the first name. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same information manually, then when my workflow would have run for the next time with some new information, it wouldn't have taken that data. Instead, it would have taken the same data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Next is the last name. Let's click on this once again, go to the previous step, and here we are looking for user1. So this here is the last name. Next we have the email address. So here I'm going to look for the email address. Here that is. And finally the mobile number. So here we have the mobile number. This is it. Once we have added this information, let's click on save and send test request. And you can see here we have received the response. Now according to this data should be updated in my Google Sheets. Let's go and check the same. And here you can see that yes, we have received the response, which means that our integration is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to HubSpot and here I'm going to click on view form once again. Let's fill in the data. So let's say the first name is dummy, the last name is new123. This here is the email address and then we have the mobile number. I'm going to click on submit. The form has been submitted. Let's go and check our Google Sheet. And here you can see that yes, we have received a response, which means our integration is a success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So this was an extremely easy two-step integration process where the trigger is HubSpot CRM, the event is new form submission. The action application here is Google Sheets, where the event is to add new row. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.